Welcome back to the Cheese with the Side of the Sandwich podcast. What are you laughing at, Sam?
Well, just as we were doing a minute of silence for the background noise, I noticed, I looked into Conan's, to Conan's right. Yeah, his right. And then I noticed he's got a freckle inside of his ear or something, and I'm just, staring at it. And as I'm staring at it, he's getting more and more freaked out. I put something on his hair or on his shoulder.
I saw your arm move and you were holding a poop.
I was holding a little plastic poop, yeah.
Was there anything else in particular you were laughing at?
You lifted up your shirt and tried to lick your titty.
I mean, I don't know if I was going to use those words.
It's fuck you people.
But hey, welcome back to the Cheese Inside a Sandwich podcast. My name is Sean.
And I'm Sammich.
I'm Chubby Cheese. Today I'm Chubby Cheese, I'm Sean, whatever. And we're here with Conan again.
Yay!
Conan, I think you're becoming just a permanent fixture on the show.
Mostly.
I think officially, do we just want to bring him on permanently?
Yeah, why not?
Do we want to just have a three? Want to do It's now Cheese Inside a Sandwich with Conan. We can't change the title because we've already sold the company and the naming rights to Google, and you understand how it is.
I thought it was called Google.
That's only in Bermuda.
What?
Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you
That's
to Bermuda.
Kokomo.
Bahama,
Oh, I guess.
Come
I guess.
on, pretty mama. Key Largo. Bandico. I only remember that because of the Muppets.
Oh, yeah. I remember there was, I think it did that. It was a project in 5th grade. It was a music project, and that was a big song that he was teaching us the musicality of. So we had to listen to that song 1,000 times.
Remember when Yakko from the Animaniacs named off all the countries?
Dude,
Yes.
that taught more people more geography than fucking 2 years of high school.
Well, the voice actor just recently did an updated version, which included a couple of new countries.
Oh, and countries have changed names, too.
And countries have changed names and whatnot. It was freaking awesome, and I'm I love you.
It was good.
Bermuda, Jamaica, I can only remember some of it. It's just I'm gonna say some weird names that don't even exist.
It's like the Poke Rap. You can't usually sing it without the music playing.
It's true. I can't.
But then sweep the floor with Mr. Mime.
Stop. That's not the Poke Rap I know and love.
That is the third generation.
No, the third generation one is straight up fucking garbage. It's the first generation Poke Rap is the only one that matters. And if you can't nail it, I can't call you my friend. Go. I want to be the best
That's not even the
there ever was. To beat all the rest, yeah, that's my cause.
Electro, Diglett, Nidorata, Vulpix. Diglett was...
You forgot Mankey.
Mankey.
God damn it!
It's been a while. I haven't heard the original Poke Rap. Every once in a while flies on my newsfeed, but I haven't heard the original Poke Rap.
I have it.
Ever.
I have it. I listened to it.
They put it in 8 pieces, didn't they? 10 pieces? On the show when it was airing?
Most of the time.
Speaking of Pokemon... I recently, actually yesterday, did my first one. I am currently trying to speed run Pokemon Red.
Are you recording it?
I haven't recorded it yet because I'm still learning the route. I just did my first full run through with a walkthrough next to it.
Well, that's not fun.
It was a terrible, terrible, awful time. The actual end time was awful, but it was a lot of fun. I have to admit.
On an emulator?
Yep. I mean, no. But yes.
Sorry.
I was too poor to have Pokemon Red or Blue as a kid, so my first game was actually Pokemon Red. But it worked because I was 10 years old.
There you go.
Yeah, which is when you receive your first Pokemon.
Yeah, it's actually okay that I'm using an emulator because I actually do own Pokemon Red. As long as you own it, you're good.
Is that how it works?
I do own it. Yes, that is how it works.
I always hated those kids.
I want to make perfectly clear that I'm not a lawyer. But from what I've gathered...
Ronnie's a paralegal.
The 2-minute internet search I did regarding the legality of it, I think I'm in the clear.
Ronnie's a paralegal, she'll help us.
Because you can believe everything you see on the internet.
Exactly. That's how I felt. So.
Don't believe everything you read on the internet, said Abraham Lincoln.
Exactly. Abraham Lincoln, it was his wise words. He gave it during the...
Before he chopped down the cherry tree. Or was it after he chopped down the cherry
It was a little after. It was he cut it down, and then his dad's like, what the fuck? Why are you chopping down the cherry tree? And he's just like, because you can't believe... That's my award-winning Abraham Lincoln impression.
And then his father was just like, you know what, Abe, I'm through with you. And he went to go paint the Sistine Chapel.
Yep. And then after the Sistine Chapel, he fell in love with a girl named... named Andre the Giant. And then they both
I
together.
thought it was Princess Buttercup.
They both made Princess Bride together, and it was what the fuck are we talking about right now? Where did that go?
Where does the Governator come into this? I know that's part
Arnold
of
Schwarzenegger is Andre the Giant's cousin's brother's
okay.
lawyer.
Because remember when he was pregnant?
That's true. He was, and then he's twins with Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
He's like, I got him
It's
pregnant
important
too.
to remember.
That reminds me, apparently, Arnold Schwarzenegger, there was going to be a show, like an actual animated series called The Governator, and I don't remember who was sponsoring this,
I would
but it was going to
totally
be a
watch
thing.
that.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a thing, like, not long after he left office.
I would have watched that.
Yeah.
I would have watched it, absolutely.
It was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be like an Adult Swim kind of.
It sounds like something
maybe,
Adult Swim.
yeah.
My favorite thing that I can remember from when he was in office, though, was hearing about the time that he brought the Conan sword to one of his meetings because the other people there, weren't listening to him or something. He brings the freaking sword out. It's like,
Hey, that's one way to get some politicians' attention.
yeah.
You threaten their life with a movie sword.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Can you imagine? Can you imagine fucking Aragorn walking in? Let's talk business, gentlemen, and stabs Enduriel into the fucking table. They're like, oh man, let's listen to his budget proposal.
Slash him.
Yeah, I gotta look that up again though. Seriously, I'd watch that.
So, some terrible news regarding
Who died?
It's not somebody died.
Okay, good.
It was the unfortunate departure of our new mascot, Frankie, the cat. Yeah, and it wasn't from a non-show perspective. The cat was not working out, and I don't feel liable to go into too much detail. I love the cat to death more than anything. It just was not working.
She's in a better home. She's in a good home right now.
I certainly
First thing
hope
I
so.
thought you were going to say she's in a better place. And that would be
Yeah.
I would cry. I
Seriously,
love that cat more than any of you guys.
Choose your next words carefully.
I was only coming for the past 2 weeks because she was here.
Well, now she's not.
Wait, does that mean I get the job of being mascot again?
No, because you're a part of the show.
I can still be
All right, I'll let
mascot?
you. I'll let you choose. Mascot or part of the show. What do you want?
I'll be part of the show.
Oh man, apologize to everybody's ear holes for that.
I'm loud, okay? I think.
Stay
people-
away
Oh no,
from
it's fine. It's just I love watching because I watch the waveform as we record this just to keep an eye on sound levels, and I love the sudden spikes
I
that
do
just
that.
kind of sustain themselves for a little bit.
At the beginning of our show, you were like, "You get fucking 1." I'm like, I'm gonna crank this up to 12.
Yeah, I know, right? So it's an exciting day today. Today being Friday, Friday the 27th.
Definitely
Lots of stuff comes out today.
Yes.
Lots of stuff comes out today. Stranger Things
Things.
season 2 is out, which I think we're going to cover next week. I think we're going to take the next week and watch it.
I was supposed to pause on it and watch it with my bee friend, but apparently, I gotta do this for the show.
It's homework. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to talk about Stranger Things next week. But there's also a couple new games coming out, which I know, Sam, you're not a gamer. But for me, and probably for Conan, Assassin's Creed Origins is coming out, which looks great.
So I'll hear
Pet
that
cats.
from Ronnie.
Yes, Assassin's
cats.
Creed is one of my favorite franchises that I'm glad is finally returning after a hiatus, because they took some time off to make sure that the next game was going to be good,
Yeah.
because the last couple weren't.
When was
Just for a second here, though. So far, which is your favorite one?
My favorite Assassin's Creed of all time, Brotherhood.
Brotherhood?
100%. Ezio Auditore da Firenze is my favorite video game character that's ever been in a video game ever. And Brotherhood had the tightest mechanic, and it introduced the multiplayer mode that was in those the next 3 games. That was just
I never really got
phenomenal.
into the multiplayer part.
It was so underrated. Nobody really understood.
Well, I didn't have internet,
right.
so I couldn't even try it.
But the whole point of the thing was you're an assassin, right? And you're one of 10 different archetypes, character animations or character looks. And you are and 8 other people are going around this map trying to blend into the environment while killing each other. So, like, you could see somebody running across, chasing somebody and stabbing him, and that way you know that guy's a But if you see a guy like accidentally run for a little bit, then you can just follow him by walking, just keep an eye on him, and then kill him next time you get. My favorite was they introduced it in I think Revelations. What you could do is you get poison, and what you do is you walk up behind somebody, and then you just put your hand on their shoulder, and you just walk away, and there's a 5-second delay, and then all of a sudden their screen goes green, and they keel over. And as long as it's worth so many points, but just turning the camera around, looking away from you, and watching them just trying to blend in and then just falling over was so satisfying. But Assassin's Creed's been good for a long time. One was good as a first game.
Yeah.
Like when I played 2, I could never go back to 1.
I feel like the second games are usually either the better or the worst.
It was really developing the mechanics of the game.
My favorite though is Black Flag.
Black Flag's awesome.
Are we gonna have a TV party tonight?
A what?
We're gonna have a TV party tonight.
A TV party? What does that mean?
TV party tonight! TV party tonight!
Is that the
TV party tonight?
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's a fucking band. Never mind. I'm gonna go be emo.
Oh, the band Black Flag?
Yeah, never mind.
And they were cover boys for the Assassin's Creed 4. Because all right, so 1 was good. 2 started at the Auditory, brilliant game, and then Brotherhood I think perfected it. And then Revelations was still good, didn't quite live up to Brotherhood. And then 3 came out, and 3 was one of those where like the game was good, but the main character kind of you go back and forth on.
One of my favorite things though. What makes Black Flag my favorite?
The ships.
The ships.
Yes, the whole naval combat. Oh, which was part of Black Flag.
It took me forever to actually finish Black Flag.
You know they're making a game out of that whole system.
Just that?
Yeah, it's called, I think, Skull and Bones. But Ubisoft is making a game with their engine for pirate battles. Like it's
awesome.
it's its own game now.
But
I would sit around and be a pirate for hours.
Like it took me forever to finish the game because I would just go ship hunting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Especially just to listen to the shanties.
The sea shanties that you could collect. Oh my god, it was such an immersive game. And then Unity came out and tarnished the entire reputation because it was just a hurried mess of a game. And then Syndicate came out, and Syndicate was kind of a return to form. Like, it wasn't bad. You could tell the formula was there, it just didn't do anything new. So now I'm excited that they announced, hey, we're going to take a year off from making Assassin's Creed games and make a good Assassin's Creed game. And that comes out today.
Woo!
That comes out on Friday. Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm super pumped about it.
So are you buying it today? Have you...
Oh, I pre-ordered.
Okay.
I pre-ordered my shit so I can just go after work and pick it up.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, absolutely.
When said you decided to sit here and record.
Yep.
So that works.
I usually, depending on the game, if we're going to carry it at work, I pick it up on the way out of work.
Sure. Makes sense.
Discount.
The other game that's coming... Oh, Super Mario Odyssey
Yeah.
comes out today. Which is my 3rd game addition to my Switch. My 4th game, because I have Binding of Isaac.
Sorry, I didn't know that was coming out that soon.
I'm sorry, hold on, what'd you say, Sam?
Sorry, I didn't know that was coming out that soon.
Yes! Super Mario
I don't
Odyssey.
have a Switch yet.
Today! Binding of Isaac, well, I played it on PC for the longest time. Binding of Isaac is my favorite indie game of all time. I have hundreds of hours invested. It's a game I can play over and over. I'm actually thinking of streaming it. Just run after doing Binding of Isaac streams, because I'm very good at the game, and I think it's very fun to just sit and play because every run is different. But I've got now, so I've got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Breath of the Wild, Binding of Isaac, and now I got that sweet Super Mario Odyssey, which I've been excited for the past year because it looks fucking phenomenal.
I've just got Breath of the Wild and Pokken Tournament.
Have you? How far into Breath of the Wild are you?
I've got about a week's worth of hours into it.
A week's worth of... So, all right, well that's different.
About 40 hours into the game. I don't know really how far I am.
How many
into
divine
it.
beasts have you captured?
None.
Oh, so you're not even close.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of just...
Hey, I respect. I completed that game 100% before I fought Ganon. So, I get it. But, Sam, I'm going to make you play Breath of the Wild.
Overachiever, though. I finished. I just completed 100% of the game before I defeated Ganon.
I did. Well, it was important to me.
Yeah.
I did all 120 shrines. I didn't get the Korok seeds, the 905 Korok seeds. I didn't even bother doing all that.
905.
905.
That's a lot, even for Zelda.
It's a lot. Well, the DLC that came out gives you a mask that makes them light up, so you can get them a little easier.
That's still a lot, even
but
for Zelda.
even the little mini dungeons, the shrines,
Yeah.
there's 120 of them that I did before I fought Ganon.
Yeah.
So I was completely maxed out on hard. I was over leveled for the final boss, to be perfectly honest.
That's kind of nice, though.
Well, it was a wicked experience.
Could you go back and beat Ganon later? Like, could you beat him multiple times, or is just
no?
done?
You start a new game. Yeah. At that
like,
point, you start a new game.
It'd be cool with a new game plus.
Well, they're doing a harder difficulty. They're doing a challenge mode, I think, with one of the DLCs. I don't know, but anyway, Super Mario Odyssey. The reviews for it have been phenomenal.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Awesome. Can I actually move, because we're on the topic of Nintendo?
What?
Nintendo has just recently announced that Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is going to be the last RPG for the Nintendo 3DS. So they're going to stop making 3DS games.
Well, I already figured that when they released the Switch.
Yeah, but now it's like official. This is going to be the last game.
Get,
last RPG. I don't know if it'll be the last game, but it's the last game. Basically.
I always felt the 3DS was a very niche market. Like I have one. I had one basically to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I had Majora's Mask on it and Mario Kart 7.
Well,
those are like the only games I played.
They feel like that they've done all that they can with the 3DS, like graphic-wise. Which, honestly, if you kind of think about it, it's compared to other handheld games, it's not that great.
And then now that the Switch is portable, there's no...
To be honest, how many people actually use the 3D part?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't. Sometimes I do if it's a
off.
really cool cutscene, but very hardly.
You usually play with it on. It's just a gimmick that we didn't need.
Absolutely. That's how I felt about motion controls.
There was like some parts of like black and white, I think, that you could see in 3D if you had it.
But it wasn't like, it didn't alter the gameplay.
No.
In fact, it made the game harder to play, in my opinion.
It actually slows it down. So
and they even, with the newer Pokemon, they even don't have the 3D part available.
Yeah. So sadly, what this means is that, the 3D the Wi-Fi and whatnot on the 3DS and whatnot, Spot Pass, Miitopia, all that stuff, it's gonna go away.
Well, eventually. I mean, but
they're gonna turn the servers off.
You're talking like 5 years down, 5-10 years down the road. They just shut off the Wii's, like the original Wii's internet connectivity. They just shut that off this year.
I remember them as soon as I think it was Black and White came out. If not Black and White, like just as Generation X and Y came out, they shut off all the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum games, but that had been around for a while. I think it was.
Well, that was the original DS.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that made me sad too, though.
Yeah. So like the original or Mario Kart Wii no longer gets online, everything that was on the Wii no longer works as of like a couple months ago. So if that timeline is anything to take anything to go by, you're still going to be able to do street passes for years and years.
Somebody was actually mentioning to me, they said that they found an article saying that the next Animal Crossing game is supposed to be on your phone. And I'm just like, I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be way too much memory, unless it's an app like Pokemon Go.
Yeah, I hope they come out with one for the Switch.
Yeah.
Because I want a new one. Because I haven't played Animal Crossing since it was on the Wii.
Yeah, Drew and I always play it in front of you. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's just old 3DS games you can't get a hold of anymore.
Yeah.
It's a bummer that Nintendo's the only one to do that. Like, I can still go and get a $10 copy of an original Xbox 360 game. I can find it somewhere. With Nintendo, it's like if you don't get the 3DS game like the year of its release, you will never get it.
And I went and got one for Super Mario 3DS. Like the Super Mario 64 for the 3DS. I went and got that, and it ended up like turning my game off for long periods of time, and it went black screen. It was weird.
Well, Walmart ends up carrying the games for a long time though, too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they've got some that came out when the 3DS first came out.
Well, I mean, I tried to track down a copy of Animal Crossing New Leaf, and it's
GameStop
in the ether of.
We have them at Walmart right now.
Don't tell me those things. I don't want to get a. I don't want to get a brand new one.
Well, I always find Animal Crossing. Like I can.
I
even
also
find
refuse
Wild,
to spend money at GameStop.
I can also find Wild World over at GameStop or sometimes even Walmart. Like just copies at used game stores for like $15-$20.
Yeah. I will not give GameStop any more of my money.
I prefer not to, but sometimes it's the only place I can find a certain thing.
I mean, that's why I pre-order things and get stuff day one, and I know I'm gonna want it.
There's some games that no other store is gonna have. Though,
True.
I gave him my Pokemon Silver game. No, not Silver. Sorry, Pokemon Sapphire, Mega Man, and like
Mega Man.
then Super Mario Brothers 3. And then like one or two other games. I think I gave him Zelda 2, all for the Nintendo SP. And they gave me
the Game Boy SP, like the clamshell
the Game
one.
Boy SP.
Dude, I love that thing.
Yeah, they gave me $2.43 for all those.
Yeah.
And I'm like super pissed off.
GameStop is bullshit.
It's GameStop.
Yeah.
That's a GameStop in a nutshell. I don't trade in games. I immediately, because I know as soon as I trade in a game,
You won't play it.
I will want to play it immediately.
Yeah.
Like when I get home, I will want to play
Well,
it.
the only reason why I traded in my games, that's the only time I did it, was because I thought I lost my Nintendo SP and I hadn't found it for I lost it for like 3 years.
Then you found it immediately after, huh?
No, I found it like after 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But I was still like, oh, I wish I didn't trade my games in.
It happens. I did the same thing where I had my old Nintendo DS with a copy of Soul Silver.
Yeah.
Which is how I played Pokemon. But I lost my Nintendo DS charger.
Ooh.
And this was the time when the new 3DSs were out.
So you couldn't really get
So
the
I couldn't
original.
just grab one, yeah.
Yeah.
So I went and I bought a new one. I bought Pokemon X.
They don't. The new 3DSs don't even come with the charger.
I know, I saw that and I couldn't fucking believe it.
Really?
Nintendo makes some stupid ass decisions sometimes. The brand new 3DSs do not come with a charger.
Yeah, the one I got didn't come with a charger, but I was good. I already had
Yeah.
3 chargers for it.
Yeah,
That's bullshit.
it's fucking horrendous. I genuinely couldn't believe it.
That's bullshit.
It's dumb.
Boycott Nintendo! Nintendo, give me free
Oh,
shit.
no,
I'm sorry,
I will
I'll
never
never
boycott Nintendo.
you again.
Although,
Please give me
how do you
free
feel
stuff.
about how they've been treating... I don't know if you've been following it at all, like the Let's Play community and the streaming community.
I haven't really been...
Nintendo's cracked down hard on streamers and Let's Players using Nintendo games, to the point where a lot of them won't even play Nintendo games anymore.
Well, it's
Wow.
because there's like this thing going around that Let's Players are ruining, quote unquote, the gaming community or the game pricing and sales and whatnot, because a lot of people don't want to play games anymore. They'd rather just watch a Let's Player
Well, and that's true,
and be
but-
satisfied with that.
And I think that's where Nintendo's coming from.
Yeah. What do
But
you mean?
I think what they do, because what Let's Players do is give the game press.
Yeah.
That's what they do. I can't tell you how many like indie games that like I couldn't afford at the time when it came out. So like I'll watch a Let's Play of it, and the second I can afford it, I'll buy it and not play it, because I want to support the people
Who make it.
making it.
Yeah.
So
Because
they come up with more stuff.
yeah, exactly. That's my personal philosophy. Is if there's a game I really enjoy and I watch a full playthrough of it, I will buy it.
I'm starting to feel like Nintendo's the Taylor Swift of the gaming world right now.
Well, they're getting a little big
like
for their
this-
britches
yeah,
with some of their
and just
things.
like suing the shit out of everybody.
Well, it's not that they're suing. What they basically did was they created like a Nintendo gamers. It was some sort of club that in order.
The Nintendo Club?
No. It was for streamers and Let's
Oh.
Players specifically that you had to sign up for, and basically you give a huge chunk of your monetization off of Nintendo game videos goes straight to Nintendo.
Oh, so Nintendo's Disney now.
So yeah, Nintendo was making money off of people playing Nintendo games on YouTube and Twitch.
Kind of bullshit.
And that's the thing. A lot of people were just like, "Fuck you, I'm giving your game free press,
It also does.
and
I already
you're
paid
charging
for
me
your
for
game.
it. Yeah,
And I'm giving it free press.
and now you're charging me for
Well,
the
it
free
also
press.
kind of makes sense because, like, even though you're playing it, you bought the game. There's gonna be like 10 players who are just watching it. They're not gonna buy it, and those people who made the game, once that game stops making money, it's never gonna make money again after like 3 months.
I don't have the numbers to support either claim,
you know.
but I think the opposite is true. I think people will look at a game and be like, do I want to play this game? And if it's a good game after they watch a Let's Play of it, they're like, hell yeah, I want to get that game and play the rest of it. I
Yeah.
think that's what most people do if they're on the fence about buying a game.
Yeah.
The people who watch a full Let's Play and will not buy the game, probably we're not going to buy the game anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's usually just the Twitch streamer they're following or the the Let's Player they're following.
I'm
is playing it.
usually, I don't want to be a jerk, because I'm kind of like 50-50, just because I'm a little short on money a lot of the
Sure.
time, or sometimes I'm just really interested.
Well,
First-
and that's the thing.
Yeah, the first game I ever really watched was Markiplier playing Mad Father.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
was the first one, because I was debating whether or not if I wanted to play it.
I got into Markiplier. I was part of his first million. I was getting super into a game called SCP Containment Breach.
Yeah,
And
still does those, I
he
think.
was a big purveyor of that game on his channel.
Yeah.
And so I came in when he was on his like 5th episode, and I got hooked. I got hooked on Markiplier super early.
I'd actually seen a couple of his videos prior to the Mad Father one. I just didn't know who he was. It's like, oh, I think I recognize this guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, just started watching him.
Markiplier.
And then,
awesome.
you got me into Game Grumps and stuff. It's like, oh,
did.
Ego Raptor. No, it
Yeah.
was weird because, like, I was just like, oh, yeah, I've heard of Game Grumps. I haven't really listened to him. You're like, that's Ego Raptor. I'm like, that's fucking Ego Raptor?
Ego Raptor.
Hi,
You're
I'm
awesome.
Ego Raptor.
Yeah,
You will bow down to your Ego Raptor.
my
Oh
introduction
God,
to Game
yeah.
Grumps was so weird. It was like I knew Ego Raptor from his Newgrounds days, like the Awesome series. And,
Newgrounds.
yeah, like that's
Oh,
I knew
man.
Ego Raptor from there, and then I knew Danny. I knew Ninja Sex Party, right? I was aware of that band, and then like they were like 6 or 7 music videos deep when I first discovered them, and then I knew about JonTron, like the JonTron show, and then I was scrolling through JonTron's videos, and he was like, check out my new channel. And this is well after Game Grumps had started.
Yeah.
But I was just going through JonTron videos. And I was like, is that Igor? That's Igor? That's Igor. They're doing a show together? And so I went and I watched.
You kind of went backwards.
Yeah, I did. So when I started watching Game Grumps, Danny was already the host. But I was like, who the fuck is this Danny guy? What the fuck? I'm all about JonTron and Aaron right now. So I watched every fucking episode of Aaron and John together. And then I was like, I guess next up is, my this Danny guy. So I started watching that. And then he was just like, yeah, my band Ninja Sex Party. I'm like, what? Are you fucking kidding me?
I am the
And
unicorn
since
That was perfect, by the
since
way.
then, I am a die-hard Game Grumps fan. Everything Game Grumps does, I
See, I
love.
never watched Aaron on Newgrounds, but I don't remember if this was before or after Ego Raptor had already become a thing, but I knew him as Spaz Kid. Like, I think that might have been his
Dude.
original YouTube.
Is Newgrounds still up?
Newgrounds still up, man. You can still go watch all of those old cartoons that people put on Newgrounds. It's still there.
Yeah.
I don't know who's paying the fees over there, but somebody is.
I used to watch freaking Aaron as Spaz Kid and then move on to Ego Raptor because he made this whole video like, hey, I'm Ego Raptor. It's just like a bunch of like characters with his voice going like, oh my gosh, it's Ego Raptor!
Yeah.
And I'm just like, who the fuck is Ego Raptor?
Dude.
He's just like, I'm
He
Ego
strikes me as a
Raptor.
guy who hates his fame.
Probably. But like, I used to watch his
and
stuff and I'd be like, lots of ass and titties.
Yeah, we've talked about Game Grumps on the show before.
Yeah.
Because I'm such a huge fan of everything that they do.
And apparently Danny needs spaghetti to actually fulfill his completion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to just, like, I feel really bad because I kind of want to ruin your Ninja Sex Party poster when you finally get it by just feeding and chucking spaghetti.
I want that Ninja Sex Party
I
poster.
know, but I want to chuck spaghetti at it when you finally hang
No.
it up. Just be like, Danny,
No.
I'll help you. Danny!
But
Danny!
Danny,
Danny!
Danny, why?
Bear! Bear! I love how they say bear. It doesn't work with anything else.
I don't want to.
Bear!
I don't want to rehash Game Grumps jokes. People are gonna talk.
Relate.
I want to come up with my own jokes. So anyway, going back to Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Yeah. What? Okay. Of all of the, let's just go through the main series. What is your favorite Mario game to ever been released?
64.
Mario 64. Conan. What do you think?
I also like Mario Party 2. I didn't get to play one.
I liked Super Mario Bros. 2.
Doki Doki Panic. Is that what you mean? Because it's Doki
Yeah, I was
Doki
gonna
Panic.
say the. It's literally Doki Doki Panic.
Well, it's because for forever I didn't have anything newer than a Super Nintendo.
Well, that's fair. but the Super Nintendo had Super Mario 3.
Was it 3?
3.
It must have been 3 then.
So there was one that looks like a stage play, where his shadow's kind of against the background, that had the different worlds that you go to, and you get the Tanuki suit, and you can fly in. It's got the arrows with the P that makes you go fast. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
That's Super Mario 3.
I
That's
played...
that one.
Okay, that's the good one. Doki Doki Panic is a bunch of bullshit.
what was I saying? Fug. Yeah, okay, so I played Super Mario World, the new one, for the 3DS, and it is oddly easy, and it's very plush, and I was kind of, like, mad, because, like, if you can't complete a level, they'll give you free items at the very beginning. I'm like, this is not how you game!
It's very, very catered towards people who are not good at the game.
And they know, and that's generally what Nintendo is. It's for players who are just starting out. It's family-oriented
that's why we have Super Mario Maker.
Yeah.
People make levels.
Dude, have you seen some of those?
I have the game.
Oh my god.
I fucking lived in it for like 6 months.
Some of those things you can make are insane.
Yeah, it's incredible. I adore that game. But anyway, so my favorite is also Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
I did not like, and I feel like this is going to give me a lot of hatred. I didn't like Super Mario Sunshine. It was rated like one of the best.
I played it.
I didn't really get to play it until like back when Walmart had the demos going on back in the day in the aisle, and like all the kids would be like lining up, like
the whole
the
GameCube generation of games. I can't. There's only like 3 or 4 that I like.
Luigi's Mansion.
I like Luigi's Mansion. I liked Super Mario Bros. Or Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Dude, fucking Luigi's Mansion was my life, but I always lost coins because I was a shitty little second grader who didn't really know the motion control. So I kept losing my coins, so I couldn't get the final suction power, so I always lost.
I also didn't like Wind Waker, Zelda. I didn't like the Wind Waker.
What didn't you like about it?
I don't know. No, it wasn't anything like... I thought it was... It may have been because I was... waiting for Twilight Princess. Like, there was that very gritty, realist sort of game. But I don't think that's what it was. I think it was such a... I don't know. I was very young when it came out. I was probably 10, 11.
It was more geared towards kids our age,
But
at that time.
I liked Wind Waker.
That was the thing.
What's the word?
It felt like too much of a deviation from the formula that I was ready to accept.
That you were ready for.
At that age, after coming off the heels of Ocarina and Majora's Mask. And Majora's Mask was another one that I didn't like particularly all that much. That is, I have since rescinded.
Well, you
Majora's
need to
Mask
do
is
the
amazing.
side games in order to make Majora's Mask work. And
Well,
in
yeah,
order to advance.
Majora's Mask, I think the reason I didn't like it as a kid is because it was hard.
Yeah.
It was, like, very difficult. So, I don't know. I've since rescinded my view on Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is a beautiful game. But Wind Waker, I watched a full playthrough when the Game Grumps did it. I watched their playthrough. And I have a much better appreciation for what Wind Waker is, but I can see why I didn't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know a lot of people who are kind of 50-50 on it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best one. I enjoyed it.
No.
But it's just not everybody's.
Sure.
thing.
It's not everybody's cup of tea. Yeah, it was a very different kind of Zelda.
More cartoony.
Well, not only just the aesthetically, it was just the actual mechanics of how the game worked, the storyline.
I like the pig in the beginning that you get to tackle.
Yeah.
I just like piggies. I'm hearing my boyfriend, by the way, like all the way in buttfuck New Mexico, just screaming, and he's just on his way over here to kick both of your guys' asses.
What,
It's just like, Wind Waker was the best game!
Yeah, Wind Waker wasn't. I don't think
I didn't say I didn't like it or it was bad. I enjoyed playing it.
I know.
I wouldn't call it the best. Like, even with my newfound appreciation, I think Ocarina of Time was objectively better.
Yeah.
In my humble opinion, though objectively implies that it's not an opinion.
Twilight Princess has a place in my heart because it was the first Zelda game I ever beat to completion.
Twilight Princess is the only Zelda game that I played, liked it while I was playing it, and then finished it, and then realized how much I hated it. Like, I did not like Twilight Princess all that much after having finished it.
I spent a lot of time rage quitting for several months, but then I would just go back to it after 3 months. But, I was kind of young at the time. Like, I was in high school, I think, and it wasn't my first Zelda game. I was just really young when I first started playing Zelda, and therefore I didn't know what the fuck I was doing because I was illiterate.
And then Skyward Sword came out, and I'm 100% on Egoraptor's side. It's genuinely awful.
Oh,
like
I was going to say.
Skyward Sword got 10 out of 10 reviews, nominated for Game of the Year, 9 out of 10s, 9.5 out of 10s. It is not a good game.
Nintendo obviously paid somebody off to get those
I
ratings.
have no idea.
One of my friends who got Skyward Sword, she was telling me just how much bullshit it was, because she's like, I wanted to lift the Master Sword, but I can only lift it like in the Nazi salute high. This is like... I'm like, well, Sean, you can't say that.
And not only was the motion control mechanic fucking ham-fisted in there, but it was... The game was silly. It didn't actually make you feel like a hero. Like Ocarina of Time, you actually felt like the actions that you were doing had weight to them. The beginning of Skyward Sword, you fucking rescue a cat from a roof.
I like kitties.
I get that, but like that's not what Link is about. You know what I mean?
Link can save kitties.
Link would look at the cat and then go break pots next to the house.
Yes, that's what Link is about.
And then the cat would join him, but Link can still like kitties.
It's not about him liking kitties.
Then he'd get attacked.
The game is about diving into dungeons and fighting monsters and the actual like want to explore and adventure. And Skyward Sword had none of that.
Well, maybe somebody at Nintendo was like, hey, maybe instead of like getting Fiona or whatever her name is in the sword, we just give Link a freaking cat, and the cat just follows Link around, and then they break pots and shit together, and then they're like knocking shit over, and it's just like, oh, hey kitty, how you doing? Because they got the wolf Link in Twilight Princess, and then he turns into like fucking Lion Link, and that's her fucking persona.
It would genuinely be an awful game. But anyway, but Breath of the Wild came out. And I know we're on this Zelda tangent right now.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild came out. And Breath of the Wild is, in my not-so-humble opinion, the best Zelda game that's ever been released ever.
That's what you were saying. That's what a lot of people are saying.
For the longest time, I never thought that anything would be better than Ocarina of Time. And I get that everybody looks at Ocarina of Time through kind of nostalgia-colored glasses. I did go back and replay it recently. It is still very well done of its time. And it also is competing with like A Link to the Past, which again is, in my opinion, the definitive 2D Zelda is A Link to the Past. But Breath of the Wild knocked both of those off of the mantle. Breath of the Wild is so close to being a perfect game. I've never played anything like... I've never played a game for 60 hours and not felt that anything was repetitive once.
So, when I first heard that Breath of the Wild was going to be a thing, it wasn't the fact that, a new Zelda game is coming out. It's, Epona doesn't run into fucking trees anymore.
Dude, the fucking horse's autopath. It's so brilliant. You get on a road with your horse and the horse just follows the road. So you can use the bow and arrow and shit without having to worry about...
That's nice.
It's so perfect. There's so much detail to this game. The fucking bokoblins picking their nose has its own unique sound effect.
Oh.
But I mean, like, that's the level of detail that's in here.
He's not lying about it.
I scratch my
every
nose.
inch of the map is populated with things to do and quests and characters who are interesting and puzzles.
It's basically the Skyrim of the Nintendo world. Right?
It is. Yeah. It's so brilliant. It's better than Skyrim.
Once, I heard, you could explore everything.
But speaking of old games...
Hold on, don't interrupt Sam. Let's let Sam finish her thought before we jump on this new tangent.
I already, totally lost it, so whatever.
I'm sorry. Hit me.
Hit him.
No.
Hit him. Punch him. Thank you.
He slapped himself, but okay.
No, but Sam did it. I'm giving you credit.
An old game that will continue to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Tetris?
Skyrim.
Oh.
God.
Well, they keep re-releasing it.
And
to be perfectly fair, I keep buying it.
Me too.
I have Skyrim on the original Xbox 360. I have Skyrim on PC. I have Skyrim when they released it on the Xbox One. And I'm seriously considering getting it on the Switch. If I ever have to go on a road trip again or an airplane ride, I'm gonna fucking buy it.
You know, I don't own Skyrim, but I really want to own it just because of the animator. I think his name's Harry Partridge.
Oh, because of that.
Holy shit! What is this? Fortune God's
Oh my
hairy
God.
flame.
Yeah.
Do mine eyes tell me lies? A new Elder Scrolls game. I'll be off as a Roth. See you later, Hyrule. I'll be gone.
I'll be on.
I'm no longer your fool. Yeah, that fucking
That's
song.
the whole reason you want. It's nothing to do with the fact that it's genuinely an amazing game.
No,
It's all about this. It's all about the song.
Back to Tamriel.
That's Elder
I totally
Scrolls
fucked that
Online.
up.
But I purchased
Which
Skyrim for the
contradicts this
Xbox
whole
360
song.
like 3 times.
Yep.
Because I wore the game out.
Yep.
I got it for the PC and PS4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm probably going to get
I'll
it for
buy
the
it again.
Switch.
Yep, I'll buy it again. It's one of those games like there's no current plans to do Elder Scrolls 6 because they do have Elder Scrolls Online right now.
Yeah.
And you
They're
know
just gonna keep
it's such a
re-releasing Skyrim.
well, and it's such a labor-intensive process to do something like an Elder Scrolls game or a Fallout game. And since they just
God.
did Fallout 4, I don't see them doing. The rumor is it's going to be Valenwood, but there's no.
That's been floating around forever,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Before Skyrim came out.
So we'll see. But like I'm happy with Skyrim. Skyrim is one of those games that I return to that is like it's my happy place as far as gaming
It's
goes.
like where you go to when you're between new games. or
Exactly.
something like that.
With something I just want to turn on and just kind of lose myself in, play some fucking Skyrim. At 300 hours easy on on my main character.
I
It's
just
hard to keep up.
sorry. I just want to point out. I just realized I forgot to take my 24-hour acting insulin, so I'm a dumbass. Anyway, continue.
So Sam's about to die, but that's okay. Well, the podcast will proceed without her.
With a ghost.
With the ghost, it's spooky.
I'm gonna be the most annoying ghost ever.
You probably would be.
Worse than Peeves?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Peace
it would be
Poltergeist.
imagine Peeves but obsessed with cats. Can you
And
imagine
I'm
that?
just gonna
Because
I'm
that's
gonna
Sam
haunt
as a ghost.
Sean until he gets another cat, and then when he
That's
gets
Sam
another
as a
cat,
ghost.
I'm like, this cat needs a friend, and I'm like, okay, you know what?
It wasn't a
Need, like,
problem with being
3.
friend. It wasn't a problem with being friends with the cat. The cat and I genuinely were having a hard time.
No, I'm just saying the cat needs a
Coexisting.
kitty friend. So I'd be like, Sean, get a cat, and you get a fucking cat after like a year of me haunting
If you haunt me, you're gonna see some things you would rather wish you
I'm
did.
just gonna make fun of your penis.
As a ghost,
Yeah.
I find that highly unlikely.
You just hide in the fridge and yell at him every time he opens it.
Yeah, that's better. You can make fun of my dick all you want, but if you ever are, if the situation ever comes to pass where you are a ghost and you are haunting me, and I am either by myself or with a significant other, I could become gay. I don't know. So I refuse to say like wife or girlfriend or something like that. Life and sexuality is a journey, not a
I do
destination.
ship you and Conan together late at night.
Well, so do I.
Yeah. That bird.
That's just because we make out vigorously.
bros.
It's there's something romantic about beards getting tangled up in each other. You know what I mean? There's something a little romantic in there. But anyway, if you haunt me and you see me in my with my private activities, you will probably stop haunting me.
Eh.
Whatever.
I'm still gonna try.
Whatever.
You finish that, I'll go haunt these people
Yeah.
for a little while.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be like,
I'll be back
Sean, get a cat.
I'll
and
put
then
a
you
sock
get
on the
cat.
doorknob, and then I'm like, okay, you can haunt me when I take the sock off of the doorknob.
But you gotta get a cat, and then like, you get a cat. I'm like, good. Now get another cat, and then you get like 50 cats.
I'm not gonna infest my apartment with cats.
You should.
because a ghost of who I think was my friend Sam. I'm pretty sure when spirits get a little non-corporeal, it's kind of hard to tell them
I
apart.
want some cats. I want to pretend
So,
to pet the fluffy.
Get cats,
I
but like
can't.
if you're a non-corporeal entity, your cats are not gonna do anything for you other than laugh at you.
They're gonna love me.
As
I
a ghost,
doubt
you
it.
should gather all the ghost cats into his apartment.
Ghost
Yes.
cats. That sounds like a comic. That sounds like we could do.
Oh gosh. Okay. So what is Ghost Cat? Is it an actual ghost cat, or is it like an old man who just has like 80 cats and he just like hunts the ghost cats around and he tries to find them like nice homes or bring them to the light?
I like to think that a ghost cat is a cat that like is constantly in heat, and so you throw your shoes at it, but like the shoes just pass right through it. That's my idea of a ghost cat. Yeah.
Kitty, shut up!
Yep, and then you throw the shoe.
Kitty, there's a bad kitty!
Oh, what is that from?
It's Cartman.
Oh, that's Cartman. Yeah, that's absolutely Cartman. But yeah, I really love. It's a cat. It's a cat that you can't discipline. So anyway, we're gonna tie off the knot here with the cats and the ghosts and the. I don't know how we got cats and ghosts together.
Little boy blue is the man on the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when. But I'm sorry, where were we going?
I'm kind of watching slackjawed in awe of watching you just carry on this conversation.
Carry on my wayward son.
To be perfectly honest, neither me and Conan were a part of.
What?
Maybe the podcast should just be Sam. Sam should just have her own
Don't you
podcast.
cry no
Like, she just kind of talks into a microphone for an hour, and then we do our own podcast, and then, like, try and splice them together as best we can. Because that's kind of what's happening
Jack
right now.
Spicer, evil boy genius.
Sam's kind of doing her own thing
His
right
makeup
now.
was always good, though.
Yeah, it was his evil laugh spot on. He had a good evil laugh. Like how there's like three things going on right now.
Yeah.
There's Sean trying to talk to Conan, there's Conan talking to Sean, and then there's me doing my own thing.
Doing your own thing. So, Nintendo. What were you guys' opinions of the Mario Rabbids game? Did you see anything
Never
about it?
played
I have never seen it before.
Wait,
I knew them from Raymond, and I was just like, well,
Rayman?
yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Rayman?
Raymond.
It's Rayman.
Raymond.
Raymond sounds like a middle-aged guy calling the back of a Hungry Man meal thing that says
Everybody
questions
loves
and
Raymond.
comments, call this number.
Deborah, why is the bologna in the fridge
Yeah.
all rotten?
So- You know how Hungry Man meals have like the number you can call that says questions or comments? He's the guy that calls that number. That's Raymond. No, it's Rayman. And if you had any shred of self-respect, you would know that. I'm sorry, that sounded mean. I apologize.
Raymond.
Pocket paper. Blah.
She just threw paper at me, and I don't know if it was supposed to do damage or like it was just an attack that was not very effective.
You know what?
Hey,
Pocket throw.
Why are
Hey,
things getting thrown?
Hey, you leave that out of this.
Okay.
Leave the food alone.
I'm hungry.
You know, well, Sam, let's finish the podcast and then we can
Okay.
have food.
All right.
No, don't
So,
open that food. Don't
Anyway,
you open
I
that
knew
food.
the rabbits from Rayman,
Okay.
but I didn't. I was always wondering, like, why are the rabbits being their own thing? Is it because they're like cute, cuddly, and like craziness was starting to be
Yeah.
a really
Foaming
major
at the
thing?
mouth.
They
back
were
then?
basically the minions from...
They're basically Grr for Rayman.
No, they're basically the minions from Despicable Me. Where they're these little side characters that are just silly that like everybody loves for no reason.
That they didn't deserve their own.
Yeah,
game
that's
or
what
movie.
that's what the Rabbids are.
I remember them a little bit playing the game when I was younger. My cousin had the game,
Mm-hmm.
and I would go over there and play it, but I always thought that the rabbits were just really annoying.
Well, yeah. So, but like the new, it's a Mario Rabbids crossover game that's a tactical shooter, and
Okay.
I highly recommend you look into it because it's pretty cool.
What?
Yeah, it's a tactical shooter. Mario gets guns.
What?
Like
they
they're
big
not really,
cartoony
they're not.
guns?
Yeah, they're big cartoony guns that don't look like
Are
actual
they
guns.
bullet bill? Do they have
Some of
bullet
them.
bills?
Some of them. Some of them were like chain chomp. Some of them. But yeah, it's like the Rabbids universe kind of blends into the Mario universe, and like so there's Rabbid Peach and Rabbid Luigi, and then there's actual Luigi,
So-
and some of them got kidnapped. So you're with the Rabbids trying to take down the bad Rabbids. It's fucking weird, but it's really fun and really well
So
done.
everybody gets a new persona.
Kinda.
Conan.
Bowser?
Bowser's there. I haven't finished the game. Like I've only watched videos of the game being played. I don't own it.
Is Water Bowser in
No, probably not.
it?
Because Water Bowser is a thing we don't really talk about. So
Isn't Water Bowser just Blastoise?
No, it's Water Bowser.
it's Water Bowser.
Okay.
But no, it's very good reviews, and I'm gonna be honest. The mechanics are tight. It looks very good and plays very well. It's a straight tactical shooter with Mario. So if that's ever a thing you've ever wanted, Mario Rabbids is the way to go.
Did you guys ever play the Mario Sonic games? Sorry, Conan. You were going to say something.
I don't know. I just never really thought about
It's
Mario
like a 3D Worms.
being that way.
You know the game Worms? It's just like destruction.
Yeah.
It's like that, but tactical on a 3D plane. It's kind of like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Sam?
The Mario Sonic games. Anybody ever play those?
Yeah.
Were those fun?
No.
Okay. I remember playing like basically Mario Party, but with Sonic characters, and
Yeah.
with my niece, and I'm like,
None of them.
it's okay.
None of them were as good as any of the Mario parties, and some of the Mario parties got bad. Looking at you, Mario Party 8. Fucking hell, man.
This entire time, I thought I had Mario Party 3, and then I go to actually read. It's like, oh, it's Mario Party 2, which is the good one.
Mario Party 2 is the good one.
Yeah.
So I try and like, okay, I bought Mario Party Island Tour for the 3DS, and I was so disappointed. I'm like, this isn't fun, and the
Yeah.
games are super quick.
Yep.
It's not fair.
No. Mario Party 2 was
Not
considered
fair.
Mario Kart. All right, let me just go on a little rant about Mario Party here for just a second. Mario Party is one of those games I despise with every fiber of my being,
Well, you're okay to be wrong. It's all right.
but I buy it every single time a new one comes out in the hopes that like I get some enjoyment out of it. But I guess that mindset is with enough people because they always get enough money to make a new Mario Party. I don't understand how that math works, but like I buy it. I don't enjoy it. I've yet to play a Mario Party that I've enjoyed in years.
I think the last good one was probably like 4 or 5 with
I like
Luigi
4.
and
I like 4.
and Peach. It was like it was a GameCube one.
Mm-hmm.
I
That was
don't
4.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be the last really
Yeah.
good one, like the last of the similar original games.
Yeah.
Because then it started
I-
going crazy with like the tiny little stars and.
Yeah, man. The new Mario Party, I'm not the biggest fan of, but it is fun when you're drunk with your friends.
Oh, it's
To
only
sit
fun
down.
when you're
I
drunk
got
with your
the
friends.
worst I've ever gotten drunk is because we were playing a Mario Party drinking game, which was anytime you lost a game or lost stars, you took a shot.
I would do it if you like land on a red spot or Bowser.
See, I would have been less drunk.
Yeah.
So what happened? I was having a particularly off day with Mario Party. I'm usually pretty good, but like one shot would lead to another shot, and those shots would make it harder to be good. So those would lead to more shots. I ended a 45-minute game of Mario Party with 10 shots of Fireball in my system,
Shit.
and I have yet to drink Fireball since then. Just because it doesn't sound good anymore. But I remember distinctly, like, I was singing songs on command, because apparently that's the thing I do when I'm drunk. Like, someone would be like, hey, Sean, sing Drunken Sailor. And I'd be like, what would we do with Drunken Sailor? What does it do with Drunken Sailor? That's just kind of how I am when I'm drunk. I was dating a girl named Ashley at the time. And I remember sitting on a couch, like, with my head kind of bobbing back and forth, like, I guess that would be called swimming in the alcohol. And then I remember being like, hey, Ashley, can you a favor? She's like, yeah, babe, what's up? What can I do for you? I'm like, can you take me to the bathroom, please? And so
You
she
need
does.
her to hold your
She
wanker for
helps
you?
me up. No. She helps me up, and I'm like, oh, Ashley, thanks. You're just the best. And then I get to the bathroom, fall on my knees, and just puke it all out.
Just in the bathroom?
In the
or-
bathroom. I've never missed the toilet, but like there was like I knew in my drunken state that I had like 30 seconds. Like this is happening, and that's when I was like, Ash, can you save me in the bathroom, please? Because things about to happen.
The only Mario Party game I've actually personally owned is 2. But then when I go to play it with friends, later games and whatnot, it really kind of was weird to see how many changes that they did. And it really hurt me to realize that Toad's voice actor was different.
Yeah.
Suddenly he goes from, yeah, to, whoa, wait, I'm a smoker now. So, hello. Yeah, that was just like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Sorry, that always like threw me off.
My
Yes.
favorite thing about the Mario games, though, is that he was progressively getting a higher pitched voice at the beginning of every game.
Yeah, and there's one guy doing it. It's Charles Martinet. Does the Do you know who else Charles Martinet is? The voice actor from? Sorry, not to go on a tangent.
No, go on.
But he's Parthenax in Skyrim.
Is he?
Charles Martinet. Yeah.
Sky.
Good thing I can never bring myself to kill him.
I can't either. I've got games like that's like the one quest I've never done because I cannot bring myself to kill Parthenax. He's too cool. He's way too cool.
Another thing about the old Mario Party games, I don't know about you guys or when this changed, but they took fucking forever. Like, my sister and I would do the minimum, 20, 25 turns, and it probably was a good, 5 years before I realized, oh, there's an end to this fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, because we would play it for 3 hours and just never see the end, and then finally we were just really having a good time, and we're like, oh, what? Last 10 turns? What is
Dude,
this?
that's how fucking it's how Mario Party is.
You're the superstar!
Yeah. I've lost entire afternoons to one Mario Party game. The new ones are not so bad. The new ones are hey, this is gonna take 15 minutes. But I remember doing a 50-turn game of Mario Party.
That was so fun!
Oh yeah, you lose track of what turn it is, who's in first.
It killed me inside
I don't know who's on third.
To realize, oh, these game boards only last 15 to 20 minutes. Some of them are some of them only last 10 minutes. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
Which I get why they do that now, but it's
less of a time sink than it used to be. But that's we still have Civilization.
I'm an adult and I've got nothing going on for me and I'm depressed. I need to play fucking 50 turns of Mario Party.
Mario Party is not a way to cure depression. I want to be honest with you. If anything, it'll make it worse. Mario Party is one of those games Mario Party is one of those games where you play it, you won't feel good about yourself while you play it. You'll tell yourself that you're having a good time, but you don't really believe it.
When you're feeling really bad, just play The Sims and you can fuck with people.
Dude.
Oh my god.
I've done some depraved shit to fucking...
I'm pretty sure everybody has.
Yeah. Every once in a while, man, you're just I'm going to turn on cheats and I'm going to delete the ladder out of this pool while these 3 Sims are in it.
I'm just going to starve my Sims to death so that these awesome 3 teenagers can have a...
Do you know what I did? Holy shit! I haven't thought about this in fucking 5 years. I turned on my game of the Nintendogs after having turned it on.
Were they dead?
No! Apparently they don't die and they don't run away.
No.
They just kind of look dirty and a little bit emaciated. And that's you just kind of give them food and they're like, oh, I can't be mad at you. I did. It was so funny to me. I turned it on and the dog was there. And all of his health bar, or his food bar, and the stuff that was measuring what health he was in was all in the red. But it's how in the red is it if there's no actual consequences to your actions? It's raising it raised a group of poor pet owners, to be perfectly honest, because there's no consequences to your actions in Nintendo.
Okay. Nintendo can actually one-up that. So with the Nintendogs, they also had Nintendo Cats and then Nintendo Pets.
Yes.
But they also have, and this is where you're gonna probably flip your shit, they had Nintendo Babies.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not. I never played it. I was just why the fuck is this a game?
What? But
Can you just imagine all the babies who haven't been fed since 2005?
Or they just...
But
they're not taken away by the social workers or anything. They're just he just
would
needs
they
a
still
bottle.
be babies?
But why though?
Oh, you don't feed your child? Well, here, take 3 more.
Have you seen those dolls that you get that are that you feed food and then they poop it?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't understand.
You put water in the doll and then it technically
It pees it
out, but then the diaper is a color changing thing,
Yeah.
so that makes it look like it's poop.
But why though?
And then usually the food stays in a backpack or something, whatever they've got.
But why? Why is it a
Little girls want to
thing?
be like their mommies and have babies.
Nothing says mommy quite like picking up fucking piss.
Picking
Holy
up
shit.
piss. I didn't
Picking
know
up
you could
piss.
pick up piss. You
You
just
can't-
cup your hands
It's
together
just
and piss in the...
difficult, but anything is possible through the power of God, Sam.
You're an atheist.
It's true. I mean, that's beside the point. But what are you gonna
I'm just
do?
imagining this mom being like, I'm gonna go pick up, like, Caitlin's piss now. She just, like, holds her hands in a cup. It's just like, here, honey.
That's how else are you supposed to potty train
My
somebody?
mom used to do that to me. I'd
Pretend
be
my
like,
hand is the toilet.
My
Okay, now
mom-
go.
My mom, I'd be like,
Good
I really
girl.
have to go to the bathroom. She's like, she'd hold, like, her hands out in a cup. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, do you want to piss in my hands? I'm like, fucking A, Mom. And she'd laugh like it was the funniest thing. I'm like, it's not funny when I'm about to, like, pee my pants in this car.
Dude, have you ever, as an adult,
No,
pissed yourself?
no.
Conan? I see
Maybe.
that. I see that look in your
It's
eye.
a maybe.
I think the last time I pissed myself, I think it was playing baseball. I think I pissed myself during a game because we were on the field and I needed to go to the bathroom, and like our pitcher I'm just gonna say, was fucking terrible. And so the inning was going on forever, and at a certain point my kid was like, nope, this is happening, and I just pissed myself. Luckily I was in a black uniform.
Yeah.
It didn't show, but I definitely pissed in my pants for the rest of that game. I think I was probably 11 or 12 when that happened. So I don't know.
yeah,
I have shit myself as an adult. I've definitely done that.
I have not shit myself.
No?
I've come.
It's an
very
experience.
close.
I've been sick to the point where I almost did, but I never did.
What had happened?
Do you
Totally.
keep...
This is,
I think I gambled on a fart and lost, I think is
well,
what
that
happened.
happens.
That apparently happens with men. You
Yeah.
just do a
You
shot.
gamble.
Every
Every
once in a
time.
while, I'll see a post on my freaking newsfeed that's just like, we've all gambled with a fart
Yep.
and sharted and we
Yep.
lost.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, not
Yeah.
me.
Well, you're not living life to its fullest. I'm going to be
I'm
perfectly
sure
honest
guys
with
are
you.
more
So-
likely to go on that gamble.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To
Absolutely.
its fullest
Is it like-
diaper, haha.
I don't really-
I've never like dropped a full turd in my pants. Like I've never done that as an adult, but there's definitely been poop in my pants. You know what I mean? There's a difference between the two. This is a weird deviation that we've made from
This
talking about
podcast is
Nintendo.
all over the place.
No, we talked about Nintendo. We're good.
Well, we've talked about poop before.
Yeah.
Check out episode 4.
Episode 4 is our poop
Avril
episode.
Lavigne, Hello Kitty, So Pretty, and poop jokes.
But like, I love how you're plugging our show on our show. I don't look at me with that. I think that's genuinely funny.
I know. And I'm looking at
Well, if
you
you're
like,
looking
yeah.
for a reference to something that's been said that we
Yep.
reference now,
I've been thinking about just making cards and then like going to walk up to random people and like get a conversation going because I'm pretty much a people
Right.
person. People like me, and then just be like, "Hey, here you go."
Yeah.
I do it to people on Animal Crossing. Hey, I got a podcast. Can I post these pictures?
but
And then I always forget to post the pictures, and I
Do you-
feel
Oh
like
my
a jerk.
god.
do
sorry,
you, do you
guys.
tell the children that you play with?
No.
Or?
No, usually like everybody who is older will be like, "Hey, how old are you?" I'm like 24. They're all like, "Oh, why are you're an adult?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm bad at it." And then like a lot of the times it'll be like a teenager who like, "Oh, I'm 19," or like a recent kid I met was like 21. I'm like, "Cool, I'm not the oldest anymore." Well, I'm still the oldest, but I'm not as old. What you got? It's a cat chain. Ah!
Why would you pull that out now?
Because I just remembered about it.
So Conan just pulled out a keychain from his pocket that has a cat on it, which has now officially derailed the entire rest of this podcast. We can now no longer move on from this topic.
I love cats.
We have stagnated as a comedy troupe. This is all that's going to be
I'm gonna
now.
keep it close to my heart.
Every day
forever.
is cat. Oh, it's all you
Every
can
day
get
is
around.
pussy.
I don't even like cats all that much. I like cats, but like not the level that Sam's got going on over here, where like she's only hanging out with me because I've got a cat. Like I like human interaction and friendship and companionship. Sam not so much. She likes the kitty cats.
Yeah.
If you could have a cat lizard that talked.
That's a weird 3 adjectives to describe an animal.
What is this, Super Mario
Snarf.
Brothers, the movie?
Well, Snarf is, I guess, and I hesitate to call what he did talking.
Okay,
To be perfectly
so,
honest, he said his name a lot with some interchangeable words.
so when I was a kid, I was like 10, my sister got her first cat, which then ended up hating her, and within like a few
Sounds
weeks,
like a cat.
ended up loving me and sleeping with me, and that cat became my baby, and that cat was like the greatest thing that happened to me. That cat is still the greatest thing that happened to me, and he ran away or something happened to him on Christmas, like after 5-6 years, and I never saw him again. And I still cry about that cat, man. It's been like 10 years, 15 years.
I'm glad we could end this podcast on such an upbeat note.
No. We're not ending this. We gotta do stuff.
We got places to be, man. Our hour's up.
I do, you don't.
We're taking up these people's lives, man. People listen to us.
But
our
I
faithful
love
viewers.
them, and they're staying
we're
here
taking
because
their
they love me too.
We're taking their sweet precious time away.
But they're beautiful people, and I want them to know how much I appreciate them.
That is true. Everybody, all our viewers.
And I know I'm
love
screaming
you.
that, and it sounds sarcastic, but still.
If you ever see me or Sam in passing, I'll give you a hug, regardless of how weird you smell, of how weirdly like carrots you smell.
It's
You know
more
what I mean?
like how weird Sean smells, depending on if he's bathed that day.
Whoa! I always smell pleasant.
You know who
Always.
always smells good? Conan.
Also, the Shawnee C over here.
But
I
seriously,
either smell good or I smell like oil.
He wears cologne. There's a difference.
Conan, when I go to pick you up, what do I always say?
You smell so nice.
Right. Because he wears cologne.
Yeah. He gets in
I
my
don't wear
car.
cologne. I've got a natural muskiness that the women can't resist. He said, being single since April.
I either smell like grease and oil or, cologne.
There is no in between.
There is really no in between.
It's because the oil smell is permanent, so he does the cologne to cover up the oil. Makes sense.
He still smells so
See,
nice.
I work in
Still
IT.
oil
I smell like computers every day.
What body wash do you use, Conan?
That's a personal question.
Well, I
Right
want to...
now, Old Spice.
That's what I use.
Yeah.
That's what I use.
The ladies
Until
like
it-
Old Spice.
until
I
it
like to
runs
use
out.
Old Spice.
Until it runs out. And
Yep.
then
And then use whatever's there. I recently ran into a situation a week or two ago when I ran out of body wash. And so I decided, well, I guess I'm just going to shampoo my whole body.
I did the exact same thing last week.
I've done that. Well, I don't know about you. Conan's got some hair,
What?
all over his chest, so I guess that'll work.
Have you seen more of him than you've seen of me?
Technically, I think.
That's
I don't
You've
know.
seen me without my shirt.
I've
We
seen
did the
him
whole
without his
sketch.
shirt on,
We did
too.
the whole sketch where I was changing. I was changing shirts.
Men take their shirts off. It's not that weird.
No, I know, but like you should understand how hairy I am.
As Conan takes his shirt off.
Yeah, we now have a half-naked Conan. Well, I'm a
I
little.
want to record this.
I'm
and be
a
all
little
like, hey.
more uncomfortable than I was probably 30 seconds
I'm
ago.
gonna take a video of Conan taking his shirt off, and I'm gonna post it on the Chubby Cheese Media Facebook page if you guys want to see what half-naked Conan looks like.
Oh, that's probably not a good idea. It's probably not. It's not a smut page.
Are you calling Conan smut?
No, I'm talking about half-naked photos of any person, man, girl, or non-binary. Smut.
Sorry, Conan, you're
Fucking-
smut.
Fucking scandalous harlotry.
He's calling you smut because you're half Irish.
What? I'm Irish. What the fuck?
I don't know. What are you again?
Although, to be fair, not many people hate the Irish people quite like the Irish people. So,
The Irish are very good at hating
yeah.
themselves.
But you haven't killed
There's a really good line in The Simpsons where where Willie he's just like, you've just made you are fucking
Like
the Scots,
Scots and other
like
Scots.
no, it's like the Welsh and Scots and English and Scots and Scots and other Scots, damn Scots, they ruined Scotland.
That's not.
Scrooge and Glomgold.
Oh yeah, Scrooge and Glomgold from fucking DuckTales 2017. He thinks he's so rich and so Scottish, but I'm the one wearing a kilt McDuck. I killed.
That's a weird show. I'm gonna
I
be honest.
fucking love it, and you haven't watched it yet. So
I don't
it's
have a
hot.
forum to watch it. I don't have an ability. I don't have the resources necessary to watch it legally.
Fucking
Yeah, it's that legally word that changed your tune to what you were about to say, wasn't it, Conan?
I forgot his name, but Launchpad is so fucking stupid.
Have both of you been watching it legally?
Yes.
How have you been watching it, Sam?
I have TV and cable up at my grandma's
See,
house.
she's watching it legally. Snap. Conan.
I'm at work when it comes on.
So you're watching it while you're working illegally?
Watch it after I get off.
Why not just record it? Do you have a DVR?
Nope.
If you bring
Well, you should get a DVR. It's like $10 a month.
If you bring food, I'll record it on my grandma's TV, and like we'll just chill out in the AC and eat.
It's usually on by the time I get home.
Oh, by the way, I forgot Pirate Bay was a thing. I just remembered this like on the way here because I was listening to another podcast.
You know what else is a real thing?
What?
LimeWire.
LimeWire is not a real thing anymore.
It was.
Unless you want to get viruses.
Remember
When
when
we were-
Singular...
LimeWire is not ideal.
When we were willing to get STDs on
Yeah.
our devices
Yep.
just for free stuff.
Just for
Remember
music.
when Singular was a thing?
I do. When I had a singular phone.
And then what
And
was
the
it? AOL.
AT&T bottom.
R.I.P. to all of the
Yeah.
to all
Dude.
of the old phones.
Pac Bell.
Yeah. Remember the Sprint guy that was in a trench coat, and now it's the Verizon guy?
I do not remember the Sprint guy, but I know the Verizon guy
He
very
looks
well.
like the Mayhem guy, like, I'm your blind spot.
Oh,
But
yeah,
like-
yeah.
but like
I know
he's
what you're
in a
talking
Those
trench
were
coat.
great commercials, though.
Yeah.
He's still doing them. I just saw him doing something
Well,
recently.
we're well over our time.
No, it's
So,
not.
Isn't it?
No.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're gonna have to call it.
No, we're not done. Okay.
We did. Okay, now we're done.
No!
Wait, no.
well,
I'm
see-
having
now.
fun.
well, good. Well, then we'll keep having fun, and we'll bring the fun next week.
Who says
Handmade confetti!
Don't throw more. Sam, I really hope you're gonna pick up all of this torn up paper that's on.
Yeah,
After
that's for cleaning.
so much shit for fucking giving me so much shit for not cleaning my apartment. Now I've come to realize that it's not my fault. It's so dirty. It's your fault.
No, it's pretty much your fault.
I mean,
What are you
there's
talking
shit
about?
all over the table.
There's not. There's a couple napkins. There's some mail and some Dungeons and Dragons
There's
paraphernalia.
shit all over the table.
There's also little mini poops that you brought a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
They have mustaches and Morty faces and cryy faces.
they certainly do.
A mustachio question.
That was
That was beard.
it was original. You also grabbed a beard to make your mustache, which I feel is a little ironic
I
poetically.
just yanked Conan's beard, which is like a good 6 to 8 inches or whatever, and I just pulled it across my face.
That's what she said.
Yeah. It's like, this is my beard now. This is my mustache.
Well,
Well, we're
it's that time again. So a couple shout outs I want to make.
Yeah.
Jigsaw's coming out this weekend as well. I had forgotten to mention it. I'm a huge fan of the Saw series. I want to introduce my friends here, fucking Sam and Conan, to Saw in its entirety. We'll
I've
see
seen a
how
couple.
we'll see how that goes. We'll watch it.
Yeah.
It's a one complete story. I adore, but the new one's coming out this weekend. Stranger Things season 2 is coming out. We'll probably talk about that next week after we watch it. Assassin's Creed Origins, Super Mario Odyssey is coming out. Ninja Sex Party's got a new album coming out. Lots of stuff happening today.
Yeah. Sean got the signed copy of NSP too.
I did. I got the signed
Is
copy.
it actually signed or is it
It's
just,
actually
like,
signed.
signed?
No, it's actually signed. I have every CD I've bought from them is signed.
That's amazing.
So when I get them all together, I'm going to take a picture and send it to them and see what happens. So stay tuned for that if I get any response for it.
They'll send you back that picture signed.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
that
Okay.
would be awesome. That
I
would
wanna
make my life.
I want to do that with Rebecca Sugar if I actually ever get into Comic Con. I want to take a picture with me and her, and then like come back the next year, have her sign that picture, and then just keep going on
And then
taking
take a picture of the
pictures
signed
with
picture.
The pictures.
If you're even lucky enough to get in to see her,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Anybody really.
yeah.
they can always combine that panel with a couple other ones.
Mhm.
So everybody's going there for one of the other ones,
Yeah.
and you cannot get in.
And then Cartoon Network knows that's one of their bigger shows too. They do it on purpose. Because
Yep,
they're
Cartoon
jerks.
Network is
It's
assholes.
very much a Tumblr show, though.
Yeah.
Very much a Tumblr show.
A little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, go see all of these new things that are coming out for Halloween. This is our last episode before Halloween. We have something special coming out on Halloween. Check it out. It'll be I think we're doing it noon. We have a video coming out on Halloween that I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
And happy Halloween, everybody. Hope everybody gets plenty spooked. Watch scary movies and try not to,
Mistress of Darkness.
or watch Elvira.
Halloween's
Or
out.
watch both. Or watch both. Definitely have fun getting drunk. Have fun hanging out with friends. I know
Be
I will be.
safe.
Don't drink and drive.
Be safe. But have fun. Dress up. Be slutty if you want to be slutty.
That's your right.
Ain't nothing wrong. Yeah. If you want to be slutty, nobody should be able to tell you you can't be slutty. Be whatever you want to be. I will be slutty on Thanksgiving. Or not Thanksgiving. Whoa! I mean, Halloween. Thanksgiving is a family thing.
You're getting a little too
Thanksgiving, you're
close.
supposed
All
to
right.
be fly as hell.
All right.
Getting a little too close and chummy with that turkey meat.
Yeah. On that note,
Making that gravy.
now that I'm sufficiently embarrassed, we're going to call that an episode. So bye, everybody. Happy Halloween.
That's my boo, apparently.
Oh, yeah.